And the front clip is not going to go to paint yet. So the car is going to go to paint, and we're going to keep working on the front clip while the whole body and chassis is at paint. Once we get the body back, we'll drop off the front clip and they can have that done. So we're gonna be working on the headlights and the grille and the bumper while the car's getting painted.
And then this is all
one piece.
Together. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these doors they stick out a little bit on the bottom.
Sure.
To align it, that's really tough.
Right. So
but it's doable. We did it a couple of times. We've had it off, you know.
So at this position, just these bolts, and then this will wiggle up out of here, through here.
Brennan, maybe you should describe
what's the best way to take that apart. Yep.
And the latches, like the wheel part here, they don't hold it in place. I got to get new latches. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of that.
So is your glass coming up in here?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the channel.
Yep. So we'll just go right to the edge.
Exactly. The taillights fit right in here. They're pretty much right on.
Are they all plated and everything already? Okay. What about it as far as this goes? Does that light just cover all that?
It like goes in it, and then there's a little flange that goes over here.
Okay, so that all gets covered.
Yeah.
So we'll just, okay.
Gray, like a charcoal. Why don't you go first? Let's go right between the wheel wells here, Brennan. Go all the way forward.
If we separate it into a couple.
Well, I'm trying to get some of these parts welded up. We got a lot of them. We got to weld all the way around these threaded tube ends. You can kind of see on the bench here, we got a lot of parts we got to weld up. The car's at paint, but there's still a lot of work to do. So right now, I'm just trying to get everything welded. Once it's welded, we'll go in and retap all these threads, we'll prep them, send them out to get plated, retap all the threads again, put all our FK rod ends back in, get them all set up. Until then, it's just a bunch of welding. You can kind of see all the parts we're doing. These are the lower A-arms. These upper A-arms are already done. You know, it's really nice having this workbench. Obviously, we use the vise a lot, but this weld table's bench is coming really handy just for being able to clamp stuff down and weld it. You know, stuff like that. It's nice and secure. You don't have to worry about it. That's what we're doing. A lot of welding. You kind of notice I'm jumping all over the place here, and you really have to. It's really critical welding this stuff, how you do it. If you were to just start here and start working your way around until you got to here, this thing would move all over the place. Some of that might not be too concerning, but our distance, where our FK rod ends go here, what's going to want to happen is this thing's going to want to close up as we weld it. All these spots where you weld it, it just pulls the metal together and shrinks it. So I've seen people do this and it be a 1/4 inch shorter. You know, our goal here is to not have it move at all. So it's just really important how you're welding it and where you're welding it and the temperatures you're using. All right, so we're just going to preheat this one a little bit. This cup here that holds the ball joint, it's just a little bit more steel, and what happens is it pulls all your heat out of the weld, and we don't want that to happen. So we just kind of preheat it. You don't have to go crazy. What we did on these upper A-arms over here is you can see how thick that chunk of steel is. And we actually just put that whole thing in the oven. Because using a little propane torch like that just takes way too long. All right, we could probably go over to the front clip if you want. Well, let's talk about the front end a little bit. And there's really nothing little about it. It's been a lot more work than we were hoping, but you know, what isn't?